Hey folks, so if you're a switched on kind of a person and you've got any form of disease, I mean in this case we're talking about eczema, but this goes for any disease, you'll know by now, hopefully you'll know by now that meat, dairy and eggs all are no good for health. They're no good for any kind of a disease state. And so the most important thing with eczema, to be honest, of those three is dairy. Dairy in its, especially in its pasteurized form, it's just horrible. It's so mucus forming. It's just terrible for any kind of skin disease. Hopefully you're switched on enough to have removed all animal products from your diet and you've got a digestive tract that is starting to heal and is starting to get back to the point where it can support a healthy lifestyle and it can digest all the good food that you're throwing at it. To completely heal the digestive tract and get your body back towards a place where it can support health, you need to remove all animal products from the diet. Meat, dairy and eggs all have to go. And if you've done that, first of all, huge congratulations on getting to that point of awareness and knowing that this is the start of the path towards abundant health. Something that I have come across a lot of on the internet though is people that have healed, they start to reintroduce the things that were causing them problems back into their diet. So they run through this whole elimination diet and then one by one they bring back in those things. And sometimes this is on the recommendation of doctors. Why are doctors doing this if they know that this is the stuff that's causing disease in the first place? To me, this is just hugely irresponsible. I don't understand why they don't put the benchmark down and say the best thing you can do is completely eliminate these things from the diet. But they don't do that. I think the reason why they don't do that is because they know that people don't really want to hear that. And there's a massive problem in the health industry these days for people just loving to hear good things about their bad habits. One of the things that Einstein said is the definition of insanity is doing the same things but expecting different results. So if we go back to consuming this toxic produce, toxic animal products, and we expect our disease-free state to continue, then that's insane. It can happen though. I've seen it happen. When we get a healthy body, we fall into this kind of false sense of security and we think that because we don't have disease anymore, we've turned into this kind of invincible state and we feel like we can start throwing this junk at the body again. But guess what happens? The disease is going to come back. Eventually, it's just a matter of time before that toxic load builds up again and the digestive tract is damaged and you end back up with the same disease you had in the first place. With the exhilaration of becoming well, we can forget how we felt when we were sick. So we can forget that horrible just dread feeling when we have eczema all over our face. And that can just cause us to slip down off of the lifestyle. So I really encourage you to do your best to remember how you felt. And it's not a nice thing to have to relive in your mind, but one of the things for me anyway is helping other people because it really reminds me of how I felt when I was back there. When you are completely healed, I strongly encourage you to research fully into the plant-based lifestyle, into the vegan lifestyle, because you need more than your selfish reasons to keep you on this lifestyle. You need to know the full extent of the picture. For sure, knowing that we could get sick again, that's a massive motivation to keep us on here. But there are other things too. There are things that go beyond, that go far beyond our own selfish health reasons that can do wonders for keeping us on the lifestyle and helping us to spread the message. So to recap on my health journey, I had eczema and so I came to this lifestyle for eczema. But along with that, I used to get fainting fits and low blood pressure. I was born with a heart murmur. I also got really, really bad hay fever. And all of those things have completely gone, except for the hay fever. I still get some hay fever, but it's not nearly as bad as it used to be before I was plant-based. The real turning point though, the real hook, just the thing that makes me really passionate about this lifestyle is the way that it affects others in the world. So even if I never healed myself, or say for whatever reason now, my eczema returned and I had the worst eczema ever, I would continue to stay plant-based now because of everything else that I know about this lifestyle. So if you're on this lifestyle for health, but there are days when you just don't feel like sticking to the diet plan, then I really encourage you to find some other reasons why you're on this lifestyle. Find some other reasons that are going to help you stick with it and are going to help you, just help educate you, help build that foundation within you so that you become a plant-based eater. That's just who you are. That's who you become. If you watch Cowspiracy, you'll learn how catastrophic the animal agriculture industry is on the planet. And I don't just mean the other animals, I mean your fellow humans as well, because food that could be fed to humans, or I should say arable land that could be used to grow crops that could feed humans, instead this stuff is being used to grow crops that feed animals, and those animals die anyway to feed richer humans that can afford to buy meat. If the whole world lived as the developed world lives in terms of consumption in general, we'd need 9 planets in order to house it all and manage it all. Reducing our consumption of animal products is always a compassionate thing to do. It's not just about saving the animals, and it's not even just about the environment, even though those are huge issues. It's about our fellow humans as well. And so if we don't believe that animals and humans are on the same level, then think about the humans. Think about the lifestyle improvements that we could effect in other human beings across the globe just by our food choices. It's about creating equality across the globe. It's about creating an environment that all humans would want to live in. And it's also about leaving behind a planet for future humans to live in as well. The great thing about all this as well is the compassionate mindset that the vegan lifestyle gives us is great for alkalizing the body and creating the healthy body that we came to the lifestyle for in the first place.